All right, guys. In this episode, I made a quick mistake. I was looking through the internet and I only saw that the Bears only signed one player, but apparently they've signed like six. So it doesn't change the fact of what this show is about. So hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from. But yeah, the Bears ain't done much. So let's go ahead and get into the episode. All right, folks, what is going on? This is episode 785 of the First and Frame Rate Show. I am VF Baller. Over here, we talk about Georgia Southern and Atlanta Falcons football. But today, we're going somewhere totally different. We're about to talk about the Chicago Bears because the whole situation with Justin Fields and the Falcons being tied to Justin Fields. And I think I want to talk about this. And I think something is bigger, a bigger problem is going on in Chicago. And it's not just the Justin Fields situation. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on it. And we're just going to go from there. So if this is your first time here, welcome. I can be found on YouTube and Rumble. I am also on Anchor, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. If you want to watch the show, you can watch it on Rumble. That's the visual side of the show. Also on Spotify. If you want to just listen to the show, you can listen on YouTube and Apple Podcasts. Also, I forgot to tell you guys, if you have the app of Podcast Addict, we're on Podcast Addict as well. You can just go to your app and search First and Frame Rates. We should pop right on up on Podcast Addict or any of those aggregate podcast apps you have. Just type us in. We should pop right on up. But let's just get straight into this because I'm really interested in looking over this. And I'm going to take about 10, 15 minutes of your time talking about this. I recently looked at the Bears situation, and the Bears haven't really signed much of anybody, if anybody. I didn't see any news about it. There's this big talk about Justin Fields possibly getting traded to the Falcons, and then people were talking about him going to the Raiders and all these, and there was a few other teams as well. But I didn't see anything going on with Justin Fields. Not only on top of that, I don't hear about anybody that they signed. I know Darnell Mooney is a Falcon now, but there's nobody that been signed. The Bears still have $56.3 million in cap space at this time. And this is as of 7:48 p.m. March 14th. So something isn't right here. I don't know what's going on. They're not signing anybody. Are they just going to keep the team the way it is and just go all in on the draft and just save money? Which I think that's, I don't know. Maybe they didn't see anybody in free agency that they wanted, but there's nothing going on in Chicago. I mean, maybe you guys know something I don't know. I'm going to look it up and see. I'm going to look it up and see because I don't know. I didn't see them pick up anybody. They did sign offensive lineman Coleman Shelton. They did pick up one person that I see here, but I don't see anything else. I don't know. Something isn't right here, and it kind of caused me for concern. Like they didn't move Justin Fields, so does that mean are they going for Caleb Williams at number one? Are they going to go for a quarterback at all? What are they doing here? Are they just going to keep the money and just stay pat? I don't know, because most of the good free agents are pretty much gone. Everybody went to where they want to go. Most of the top guys are out, so I don't see them picking up somebody. They lost a receiver, they gained a lineman, but I just don't know. I'm really baffled at this because I would think that if you're going to try to make some moves to, let's say you want to get Caleb Williams, you would have probably got rid of Justin Fields, or you would have got some pieces so whoever the quarterback's going to be, they would have been ready to go. But outside of this lineman, I don't see them doing anything. $56 million still on the table. And they didn't make a move for anybody. There was a couple of receivers out there. They could have got another running back. They could have done anything, boost up on defense. But all I see is this one free agent signing of a center. I don't know. Like I said, I don't. Are they going to try to hold on to Justin Fields and just go through the draft? I mean, another team like the Dallas Cowboys have done the same thing so far. They haven't made any moves. The New Orleans Saints, they restructured a couple of people, but they haven't. The only thing I've seen that they do is sign Tyrann Mathieu and release Michael Thomas. But at least they've done more than what the Bears done. I'm extremely disappointed at this because everybody's still looking like, okay, well, Sam Howell got traded, Desmond Ridder got traded. You had all these other moves that are going around, and people are looking at, well, why Justin Fields wasn't moved. I'm starting to think that he may not have been may not even been on the chopping block. I mean, on the trading block. So the way I look at it, they're probably just going to stay with Fields. If this is the case, I expect them to go Marvin Harrison number 1 overall. Go get a receiver and go Marvin Harrison overall. Get him and DJ Moore on the field together. And with that being said, they will be able to make something happen with what they have. Cause I just don't see there any other reason where these guys will just stay complacent where they are. It is too much going on here that this team needs, and the NFC North is just about as strong as it's ever been. I understand that Kirk Cousins is gone from the Vikings, and they haven't made that many moves either. But you look at what the Packers have done. You saw what the Lions, even the Lions, they haven't done too much, but they already been a formidable team. The only thing I can remember, I think they extended the coach and the GM. So that collaboration is going to be going on for the next few years. But if you look at what's going on here, I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at stuff on X right now. I'm looking at stuff on X, and people are saying that they're starting to believe that Justin Fields wasn't available for trade. They don't see too much other. They don't know. I don't know. I'm really lost for words, and I don't know what else to add to this podcast. I mean, like, is because you're just looking at the situation. I'm looking at my computer right now, and I'm like, what's going on? I just don't know. I think at the end of the day, it looks like they're probably going to go with Justin Fields. They're probably not going to sign him to the long term. They're probably going to give him 1 more year. I really don't see them getting a quarterback at this point. If they keep Justin Fields, that will be crazy. You turn around and get Caleb Williams number 1 overall on top of having Justin Fields. If anything, if you're going to keep Justin Fields, you need to get some weapons around him. So for what I would say, at this point, what will make logical sense to me, you take that number 1 overall pick, trade back. You trade back that pick. Once you trade back that pick, you just get a whole bunch of offensive talent, or you just get a bunch of good players that can boost this team. I mean, you're talking about probably 6 or 7 rookies that are, and 4 or 5 of them may be top tier guys. If you can get out of that number 1 overall pick and get some draft capital. Because I don't see no other way. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm sitting here just gassed. Because like I said, you saw what they did with Sam Howell. Sam Howell for the Commanders, they're going for their quarterback. I see that they're going for Sam Howell's going. They signed Marcus Mariota. You already know they're not going to get Marcus Mariota a chance. They're just not. This dude has no business. I ain't gonna say he has no business being on the football field. That's disrespectful. If he's on the football field, you might as well just call it an L. That man is not going to win that many games for you, maybe 3. So I see that they're going for their quarterback. The Patriots they moved Mac Jones to the Jaguars, so they're going to be looking for a quarterback. So at least at 2 and 3, you're going to be looking for a quarterback. That number 1 overall pick. What are they doing here? What, like I said, now I'm running like, seriously, what are they doing? If they keep Justin Fields, do they trade back? I just don't see. I just don't see Fields and Williams being together. I don't see it. I just don't. I'm at a loss, y'all. I don't have anything else. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. If y'all like this commentary, the like button. Share this podcast. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. What is going on in Chicago? I mean, we talk about the Falcons and Georgia Southern over here, and looking at the fact that Justin Fields is not being moved and he was possibly going to be here in Atlanta, it makes me think that the Bears are just their feet are stuck in dry concrete. They're just stuck in concrete. They can't move. They're not moving. They only made one move, and that was for the center. I don't know, man. I'm all on I don't know. I'm on YouTube and Rumble, also on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts. If you want to donate to the show, Cash App and PayPal links are below. Follow me on X at VF Baller. The website's firstandframerates.com. I'm stuck. The more I think about it, I don't know what is going on here. It's kind of weird. But I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Y'all take it easy. Y'all enjoy your weekend. If anything comes up, I will be putting some stuff up on the YouTube channel, and hopefully you guys will check that out. I'll see you guys on the next one. You guys enjoy your weekend. Y'all take it easy, and y'all be blessed. Peace.